Hello and welcome to What's in Store, our regular roundup of some of the highlights I've seen on my travels around the group. It's the pond season, so as you can imagine we have a few pond fish on the go, and I'm coming to you this time from the pond section of our Ascot branch, complete with glass-fronted koi pond. Lots of fish here waiting to embrace our glorious British summer, and we've had enough rain, so let's hope we have a nice bit of summer weather to bring out the heat and the best in these fish. Look at them, they're just in it for the food. They'll work for peanuts really well, they'll work for pond pellets, which are probably cheaper. Anyway, on to the highlights. Something for everyone, I hope. No promises though. Enjoy. Speak to you soon.
Many years ago, I opened a copy of Tropical Fish Hobbyist magazine and fell in love with the striking fish on the cover. Elegant and beautifully patterned, this was not a fish with the gaudy blues, reds or yellows seen in so many marine fish, but was stunning just the same. Reading the article, I learned that this cardinal fish was associated with urchins and anemones, and most exciting of all, was a mouth brooder with no planktonic larval stage, making captive breeding possible. Decades later, I saw the first emperor cardinal, Pteropogon corderni, in the flesh, and would eventually see them thriving in the tanks of our Indonesian suppliers before breeding them successfully at home. If you fancy a worthwhile breeding project, these may well be the fish you're looking for. These fish were seen at our Cambran store recently, but you should find Bangi Cardinals in every store that sells marines. Some fish are so colourful that you wonder why they don't just get eaten in the wild by every passing predator. Given that they spawn in shallow streams in large groups and adopt dazzling breeding colour, they're perfect heron and kingfisher food. These startling blue highlights make the rainbow shiner, Nuttropus chrysomus, one of the most stunning aquarium fish available, whether freshwater or marine. To achieve these colours, shiners need a cool winter rest that reflects the winter of their ancestral home. This makes them perfect for unheated aquaria in rooms where temperatures drop low enough to feel cold. Without this cooling off period, life expectancy will be affected as well as potential coloration. The Amuna cichlids of Lake Malawi are known for their bright colours and equally striking levels of aggression. A number of years ago, a colourful new dwarf species was imported as Pseudotropheus demersoni, before being reclassified into the genus Chindongo. Unusually for an Amuna cichlid, females are colourful too, and this has helped this fish become a common sight in stores that sell Malawi cichlids. Thanks to its modest size, it's easier to give demersoni the space that helps to make cichlids less aggressive, but it still needs plenty of hiding places to enable fish to avoid one another. If you can look through the side pane of your aquarium and see to the other end, then there's nothing to stop territorial males from chasing rivals the full length. With these fish, out of sight is out of mind. There's a reason why goldfish have been the most popular pond fish in the country for years. In fact, there's quite a few reasons, but who's counting? The bottom line is that this one fish has been bred into a range of colours, all of which are hardy and attractive. Like dogs, all of these varieties are colour forms of the same species, line-bred to show certain characteristics. All will cheerfully shoal together and crossbreed, often giving rise to the bronze-coloured wild type as throwbacks appear. Interestingly, despite thousands of years of domestication, baby goldfish tend to retain a brown colour to help them avoid predators until they're large enough to have outgrown their many threats. Then, their bright coloration develops, often in patches. If, like me, you grew up in leafy Surrey, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is how posh people describe flatulence. But the blue form of the orf, Leuciscus idus, is a unique-looking version of an old favourite. Blue orf are just like their more familiar gold relatives and grow rapidly into sleek, hardy fish that require large ponds with high oxygen levels. They don't eat plants, they don't mind the cold, and they don't seem to suffer from health problems, aside from a sensitivity to some of the chemicals found in a few fish medications and untreated tap water, which can leave fish with spinal deformities. In small ponds, or those with low oxygen content, Orf will often jump in search of better surroundings, but you won't find a better fish for large planted ponds.